My name is Benjamin Pratt, and I play the DJ in Goodbye Promise. And one of the things that make this film important is that I can relate to it, and I think a lot of people that are pursuing dreams or even any kind of career goal. It doesn't matter, you know, you don't have to be someone who wants to be an actor or a director or producer. I work in radio. My love has always been radio since I was in the 4th grade. If you told me back then I would be living in Los Angeles about to host a show on satellite radio, I'd say, no way. You know, I never thought I'd come out to LA. And when I was in college, a friend, and still a friend of mine, approached me with an idea to write a movie script. I'm not a writer, not even an actor. Most I did was school plays. And he's like, oh yeah, we're gonna write this script and we're gonna go out to LA and sell it. It sounded like a good plan. I was working a regular job, suit and tie, on my way to being burnt out middle management and hating life. So let's go out to LA and sell a movie even though we're not actors, writers, and we don't know what we're doing. Sure, great, sign me up. So I made the trip across the country, and we got out here and then realized that they don't just roll out the red carpet for you. You know, you get here and you don't know anybody, and then you find out that your script is no good. Hell, the script wasn't even finished when we got out here. And then when we finally did finish it, we were told in a 30-page report everything that was wrong with it. And my heart really wasn't into writing, and I was interviewing for jobs, and I was going to do a regular type job out here, and I thought to myself, what's the one thing that I enjoy doing? And that was radio. So I got back into it. With a college degree, I started working part-time, no medical benefits. I survived, by the way. 12 bucks an hour, graveyard shift, working 6-7 days a week. I'd go to barbecues and all my friends would be yucking it up and drinking beer and eating burgers and say, oh, you work so much, you work so much. I'm like, well, you know, if you want to get ahead, you're going to have to. Management took notice of how hard I was working. They used to say that I was trying to turn a part-time job into a full-time career, and I was just relentless. And I made the decision that I was going to have a career in radio. And here I am 10 years later, and I finally get my first big break. That's running a show on satellite radio, and shocker, it doesn't even pay. You know, so I've worked really hard, and I've maintained a career running other people's radio shows and running my website, sharpradio.com. But my first on-air gig is one that you don't even get paid, and it's the same thing if you're pursuing acting. You're going to spend years honing your craft, getting good, and I think a lot of people, they are enthralled with the idea of the end result, but they don't realize what they're getting into. And I think this movie explores, you know, those crossroads that you're gonna have. You're gonna have times where you say, do I really want to pursue this any further? Maybe I should just quit. You know, maybe it's time to get a regular job. And you know, for a lot of people out here, they probably should. But there are some very talented people that hit that crossroad, and really it comes down to, do you have what it takes to keep pushing through those tough times? And do you have the maturity to understand when maybe things aren't working out, you have to pursue something else? And I've been fortunate enough that every time that I hit those crossroads, something happened that drew me back in. And I don't know if it's meant to be, if this is what eventually I will end up doing, but I guess I'll just have to wait and see. But there's certainly no sitting around waiting for dreams to happen. If you're going to pursue any dream, then you're going to have to do that same level of work. And it might take you 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, but only through breaking your back will you eventually accomplish your goal. And so I think a lot of people will be able to relate to this film, because there's a lot of people pursuing goals, and sadly not everybody is able to achieve them.